regards, people. But it is what it is. It's concerning, man. Very much concerning. This ain't the post-match review no more. Should I call this? Terrible, man. There's no other way around it. Like, it's been absolute terrible. So if we quickly just go into the post-game review, I've alluded to a lot of these things. As I said, first opening five, we was in holiday mode. We've given the ball away under 30 minutes. Spurs, I don't know if the fans have charged them up, but they've looked better. They've kept us in our own half. They're not amazing, but they're moving the ball a bit better. They're hitting the post hella times. We can't get onto the ball, much less get out of our own half for what it's worth. Again, it looks like we're still on the beach. For minute one, Davison Sanchez is getting the ball. He's playing in the back three, and he should do that, because that's what your manager wants to see. He's cutting people open. Thank God Ben White actually knows how to defend, because there was one moment he's read it, he's headed it, and nobody's following up. Marie was a bit shaky in the game. Before I forget, he switched off for the goal that was conceded, as did Pepe, and as did everybody, but them two, in my opinion, fundamentally. If you lot remember, there was an opportunity where I think Dele Alli hit the post. Marie switched off. Very early on, I'm going past the 5-minute stage at this moment. There was a second where, Dele Alli and the eventual goal scorer, Son, I believe, they hit the post and Leno drew a big save and things, but no one looks like they trust each other. Nobody looks confident and all of these sort of things, man. Shaky opening moments, balls over the top are killing us. We're looking disorganized under transition. How we regroup when we've lost the ball, there's too many gaps. It's very naive. I'm surprised Spurs didn't make more of pulling our fullbacks and our whatnot wider and whatnot. Spurs to only lose 1-0, I think it's a miracle, really. We didn't really create. Laka had 1-2 chances here and there, but we didn't really make their keeper do anything. There was one chance from Laka that really, for real of us, Loris made it look harder than it actually is. There was numerous opportunities players should have done a bit better. Leno saving our bacon, not that he was amazing, but naive defending. Our positioning in terms of regroupment off the ball's been terrible. In addition to that, nobody looks over their shoulders. That's why that ball for me by Davison Sanchez is killing us, people. Second 20 minutes in, I think we're struggling to create. We're struggling to look like a unit. That's not how you spell possession, but we're struggling to sustain possession in our own half and also their half. I did feel 25 minutes in, we're starting to finally wake up, But I think Bellerin going forward was okay. Pepe started to get involved before going down there. Lacazette's involved. Again, apart from that, it's the same old individuals. I will keep saying it. Ben White and Lokonga look very good in their respective roles. He's always going to show for it on the left-hand side. Not to praise or critique him, but Xhaka's always going to make himself an outlet. Other than that, everyone else is just going through the motions. Smith Rowe's there in little patches, but one thing that scares me is this midfield. Xhaka didn't play terrible and Lokonga had a good game, but I just feel we haven't got enough. If it's not necessarily a personnel buying thing, tactically, we've not addressed that midfield, and defense and attack is one thing, but the middle is literally the middle, and what makes the difference in that regards, people. 30 minutes in, like I said in the live stream, or right now, if you're not listening, this is what I said in the live stream. I think the last 10, 15 minutes of that half, 20 at a push, was better than the first. That's the biggest compliment I can give us. Bellerin's meaty and he's a bit basic, but he's trying to offer an outlet in it. He ultimately is trying. My halftime thoughts are simply, I think Ben White and Lokonga are doing well. I think it's the same old player sharing for the ball. Aubameyang in wide areas simply is rubbed. He's not playing bad, but again, him crossing the ball and him, tracking back, it's not harming them. I don't think we can. There might be a period, but I don't think right now in 2021 it's the best thing for Lacazette and Aubameyang to play together. It's either or. Lacazette's not a goal scorer, but he's probably the best striker to play right now, and he's the best for the link-up play. Let's try and decrease the influence Laka has. Let's use them, but decrease them. The same for Aubameyang. Let's try and get him back into form, but let's not over-rely on these guys because they're not going to be here for a long time. The way it's going in the next 18 months, 2 years, they might not be there, and I'm being quite generous. Lacazette had our chances, but again, not really clear-cut. We're not doing much. Creatively, again, my spelling is Kalam, but we're not at the required level. We're still playing in spells. We ended the half better than we started it. We need to offer more in attack. These guys are looking good. Tierney, White, Lokonga, Pepe, Bellerin, Laka have woken up at a period as the half went on. That's my thoughts at half time. We caught life with Dele Alli and whatnot, missing the chances and things in the post. Again, these balls from Davison Sanchez are really harming us. I remember in that same ball that Davison Sanchez was playing, he got killed when Edison did that, I think, for Gundogan last season. Go and check it up. Man City against Spurs. Second half, I think it started how it first half kind of ended. I did feel we made a good start, but other than that, it started to become Spurs. They had a hell of a lot of corners. As we seemed to get tired and run out of momentum, players creep into old habits. That goal was extremely naive. And like I said, we were very lucky. I mean, Dele's got to have hit the post from 3 to 5 times. You know, Pepe and Marie have got to do better for that goal. Pepe's got to do better in the initial one. Marie is suckered in. You know, nobody's looking over their shoulders. We're all second best. It's just a calamity, man. You know, and like I said, man, well, that's meant to be up there, but Daly hit the post a lot of times. For me, the post was one of our best footballers. You know, we caught live so many times, and once again, our positioning and regrouping off the ball is scary. And for us to be on the eve of playing, the season kicking off on Friday, the curtain raiser in our most important season. I said this every year since we've been out of Europe, but where we finished 8th again. Where a lot of players and managers, bro, it's not going to be nice. Certain man might not survive the winter. I can't lie. There's issues, I'm not necessarily vexed as much as I can be that we've lost the game. It's what we're doing in the game, and it's how we've been performing. At a push, fair enough, you can mess around in Scotland, but at least against Chelsea or Spurs, forget the team. There should, just off the basis that they are our last 2 preseason games, there should be some sort of base level. Some of these questions should be answered or be moving in a direction to answer such questions, people. Like I said, naive goals. You can't keep playing the Barman and Leno, and these are some other timestamps that are irrelevant, people. But in relation to the match, that is my opinion, folks. So it is what it is in that regards, man.